This morning, a teenager remains in critical condition. This after a wrong-way crash sent 5 people to the hospital in Sherburne County this week.
We know that 2 brothers were among those injured. The boys were traveling on Highway 10 in Clear Lake when they hit a wrong-way driver. As a state patrol trooper responded, investigators say that trooper could not slow down in time to avoid the crashed vehicles. While 2 of the boys have been released from the hospital, 17-year-old Blake Molstead remains in critical condition after injuries to the brain, spinal cord, and more. WCCO spoke with his sister and stepfather who do have lingering questions.
Your head replays all the moments where you wish you could have got another hug or another way to go or another I'm proud of you, because I don't know if I'll have that opportunity again.
His whole body is broken, and nobody should have to see their loved ones like that.
The Sherburne County Sheriff's Office says it is investigating the possibility that some of the people involved were outside of the car when the trooper hit their cars. They say alcohol was not a factor. The family has an online fundraiser that's raised more than $18,000 so far.
So with all of this talk of tariffs recently, it has a lot of people thinking and wondering, is it time to upgrade my gadgets, or is it a smarter idea to wait?
Well, experts say it really depends on what kind of tech you're looking for. So our Pauline Lee joins us again from the live desk with a closer look at this morning's price check. This is really timely, Pauline.
You know what? I was actually thinking about my phone earlier this week, too. So this is perfect timing here. Chances are you might have heard technology stocks surging again after news about President Trump's administration and the exemptions for smartphones, computers, other electronics amid this escalating trade war with China. But experts say while it sounds good, not necessarily all good news, because there can be still other tariffs that are implemented. So what should you do? Well, we checked in with the experts at CNET, tech publication that's been researching tariffs and technology. They say if your gadget is still in good working order, maybe see if you can stretch it out for a little bit longer. But if you do have to have something new, then they say maybe the sooner the better for things like cell phones, tablets, game consoles. But based on new technology release dates, they recommend waiting to buy things like headphones, earbuds, watches. Bottom line, if you're looking to buy something new, make sure you do your research first and compare those prices.
But absolutely no panic buying. There's no reason for it. We're still really unsure of how this will impact the tech industry overall. So there's no reason to panic buy quite yet. If it works, hold on to it. You're doing just fine.
And one more tip for you, if you want to try and find a way to work around those tariffs, maybe try buying refurbished technology to help ease the costs. If you do that, though, just make sure that you're buying from a certified site like Back Market or Declutter, and make sure that you get a warranty. By the way, if you're an Ibotta person, Declutter's offering about 0.5% cash back. Rakuten, 3.5% cash back.
Look at this, she's saving us money.
Well, remember all of her back to school tips and tricks? This is all coming back around.
I was going to say, I got Declutter from you, Pauline, so it saved me some cash. So 100% great information for us. We appreciate that update.
Thank you. So tax deadline, it was yesterday, and many undocumented immigrants were racing against the clock to not only file, but to decide if filing was actually a safe choice.
Last week, the IRS announced a deal with immigration authorities to share tax information about certain undocumented immigrants to help identify and remove immigrants ahead already facing deportation or those involved in criminal investigations. One tax preparer has spent decades helping the Latino community right here trust and navigate the tax system.
This is hurt a lot of the work I've done, because I've been trying to get people to be IRS friendly. And
despite their legal status, he says many immigrants pay their taxes, and this new agreement is a scary move. Well, as we ramp up for severe weather season, now is the time to prepare.
So Kyle Show of OC Exteriors and Construction tells us it's important to walk around your home. You need to look up, you need to check your roof and your gutters for signs of trouble before things turn wetter.
The number one thing this time of year is when we get our first couple of big rainfalls and the storms coming through, is people will have random leaking on their home, whether that leaking is coming from an older gutter system, their downspouts, or potentially even their chimney and coming down through that area.
So Kyle talked with our Derek James yesterday. He recommends getting a professional to inspect the exterior of your home and your yard every few years. If you want to see that story, we have it at WCCO.com. I found it had a lot of really good info.
It's good information.
Yeah.